Good morning all. Uh, we are seeing from last two lectures that the examples depends on the total derivative formula, that is chain rule, and implicit function formula, that is dy by dx equal to minus fx upon fy. So let us see the next examples. If u equal to sine x by y, comma x equal to e raised to t and y equal to t square, then find du by dt. You can take this as an assignment. So same type of example we have seen in previous lecture. So in that way or like that way you can solve the assignment examples. So here you can remember as a some steps as a hint, that the given that u is a function of xy and xy are the functions of t variable. That is, we have the chain u is a function of xy and xy are the functions of t. So if this type of chain we have, then we can find u derivative with respect to t. With respect to t, the variable is only 1, hence we get the derivative of u with respect to t, which is called total derivative. So from this chain we can find du by dt. So du by dt equal to, complete the x chain first plus y chain next, that is uxt chain plus uyt chain. So u derivative with respect to x, that is with respect to x, this x group is contains two variables, hence it is partial derivative. So u derivative, partial derivative of u with respect to x into x derivative with respect to t. So you can write partial derivative of the du by dt the rule is like partial derivative of u, complete the x chain first. So partial derivative of u with respect to x into derivative of x with respect to t. With respect to t is only one variable, so you can write dx by dt plus, then complete y chain. So partial derivative of u with respect to y into y with respect to t, right, dy by dt. So there is no any difference between partial and total derivative while you write the rule. So here you can write dx by dt or xt, partial derivative of x with respect to t, or dy by dt, or you can write yt, but this is the correct sign. So you write this. So du by dt is equal to this. So here u is a function of xy and particular term is given in the term of xy variables. Hence you can find ux. Then again you can find x derivative with respect to t. All the terms you can find du by u by y, that is u with respect to y. That time x is constant. So take the sine derivative by using sin b formula with respect to y. And then again dy by dt from this term. So dy by dt is 2t. So you can find these all the terms and find du by dt. So here u with respect to x, y is constant. So first take sin b derivative. So you can write, so sin b formula is cos b into derivative of b. So sin b derivative is cos b into derivative of b. So x by y derivative with respect to t. With respect to x. So with respect to x by y derivative is 1 by y is constant, right as it is, and x derivative is 1, that is 1 by y only, into xt. X derivative with respect to t is e raised to t plus uy. U derivative, now we have to take the derivative of u with respect to y. So with respect to y, x is constant. So again take sin bracket formula, because sin x derivative is cos x, or we have to take the derivative with respect to y. So if there is a sin y with respect to y, then sin y derivative is cos y. But here sin x by y is given, that is we have to use the sin bracket formula. So sin b derivative is cos b into derivative of b. So cos b into derivative of b. So this x by y derivative with respect to y. So with respect to y, x is constant, right as it is, and 1 upon y derivative with respect to y is minus 1 upon y square. That is your 12th standard formula. 1 by x derivative is minus 1 by x square. So 1 by y derivative is minus 1 by y square. Yt means y derivative with respect to t. Y derivative with respect to t is dy by dt, and t square derivative with respect to t is 2t. T square derivative with respect to t, that is here t is variable, and with respect to again we have t variable. So hence use the 12th standard formula, that is x square derivative is 2x, so t square derivative is 2t. So now simplifying, we get the du by dt. Next, take this as assignment. Next is, if u equal to x log xy and there is a xy combination equation is equal to 1 is given, and find du by dx. So here we get u is a function of xy. This we confirmly get by the first equation, this equation. So u is a function of xy, but this is your implicit function because the equation is given in the form of xy combination. So it is your implicit function. So implicit function is given and u is given in the form of xy variables. So how to find du by dx? So here u is a function of xy. From this first equation we get this chain. So u is a function of xy. So from this we can find partial derivative of u with respect to x or partial derivative of u with respect to y. But we don't have asked the term da by u by da by x. We have asked du by dx. So this is not we have asked. That is, from this first equation we can find only partial derivative terms, not the total derivative terms. So for total derivative term we have to use the chain rule. So for chain rule we want 3 groups. So first and second group we take from the first equation. Now we have to complete this chain by taking the third group or by introducing the variable in the third group. So what is that third group? So we want du by dx, hence take here that is u derivative with respect to x. So here u derivative with respect to x, this is your partial derivative notation, that is da by u by da by x or da by u by da by y. But we want total derivative, hence take with respect to x, means here third group variable we have to take as x. Now we can find here we complete the chain, and by using the chain rule we can find u derivative with respect to x. With respect to x there is only one variable, so we can find total derivative du by dx by using chain rule. So du by dx equal to, first take x chain plus y chain next. So first chain, x chain is u derivative with respect to x, da by u by da by x, into x derivative with respect to x, dx by dx, plus y chain complete, u derivative with respect to y, da by u by da by y, y derivative with respect to x, dy by dx. Now here ux, you can use the another notation, that is ux dx by dx is 1 plus uy dy by dx. Now here ux you can find from this, because this is your partial derivative notation. So u derivative with respect to x, we have to use the product rule here, and for uy, that is u derivative with respect to y, we have to use here x is constant that time with respect to y, x is constant, keep as it is in the multiplicative form, and take only log xy derivative with respect to y. So with respect to y, x is constant. So here find ux and uy from this first equation, and dy by dx means total derivative. So for total derivative you can remember that we have to use the implicit function formula. So if the implicit function is given, so in the form of xy variables, so we can find dy by dx equal to, formula is minus fx upon fy. So minus fx upon fy, so here the formula is in the form of f notation, so we have to introduce f. F means the given equation. So consider f equal to x cube plus y cube plus 3xy minus 1. So this is your f, and here we get f is a function of two variables xy. So with respect to x, take y as constant, and with respect to y, take x as constant. So here fx is 3x square plus 3y, and fy is x cube derivative 0, 3y cube plus 3x minus 1 derivative 0. So this is your fx and fy. So dy by dx value is this, and put here ux uy from this first equation. Ux is this, uy is this, and we get the du by dx. Take as a assignment. So to understand the points from start from the Euler's theorem, we have to first understand how to take the partial derivatives for basic examples. So this is your first point in the second chapter. So first study that point perfectly, and then you can go easily with the Euler's theorem, then total derivative examples, then the third chapter also. Next example is, the rest of the examples we are taking as an assignment. So here u is a function of first term comma second term. Show that x square ux plus y square uy plus z square uz. So now here this type of example we have seen in previous lecture, that is PQR example. So first we have to assume first term, the bracket terms as first term is p, second term is q, because we can't find ux uy uz directly from this first equation or given equation, because u is given in the form of f notation and there is a comma sign. So we can't find ux uy uz from the given example as it is. So we have to convert the given equation as, first assume first term as p, second term as q, then we have u is a function of pq and p is your first term, q is your second term. So now from these two equations in the form of PQ notations, we have the chain as u is a function of PQ and PQ are the functions of x, y, z. Now we can find ux, uy and uz by the chain rule. So ux is first complete p chain plus q chain. So up into px plus uq into qx, partial derivatives. And for uy, u with respect to y, chain rule is up into py plus uq into qy. Uy is this. Then for u with respect to z, so uz is up into pz plus uq into qz. And solve the example by the previous. So take as a assignment. Next example is, if u equal to tan inverse y by x, that is u is given as the function of xy and xy are the functions of t. So we get the chain. So once we get the chain, so we can find u derivative with respect to t, and this type of derivative is your total derivative, that is we can find du by dt. So find du by dt by using the chain rule. So first complete x chain, then y chain. In between these two chains, take the plus sign. So ux into xt plus uy into yt, partial derivatives. When we take x derivative with respect to t, there is a dx by dt notation, and when we take y derivative with respect to t, there is a notation dy by dt. And when we write ux and uy derivatives, that is u derivative with respect to x and u derivative with respect to y, u derivative with respect to x is in the two variables group, hence there is a partial notation, and with respect to y again there is a partial notation. So here again use chain rule and find du by dt. Next example is, if u is a function of xyz, u is given as x square plus y square plus z square, and x is in terms of t, y is in terms of t, z in terms of t. So find du by dt. So from the given equation we have u is a function of xyz and xyz are the functions of t variable. So we got this chain, and from this chain we can find, by applying the chain rule, we can find du by dt. Again take as a assignment. Next is, if phi of x minus az comma cy minus bz, here a, b, c are constant, x, y, z are variables, is equal to 0, then show that azx equal to bzy equal to c. So first we have to find here what we have to show, a into z derivative with respect to x is equal to b into z derivative with respect to y is equal to c. We have to show that. So from the given equation, again this type of example is same as this. That is, some terms are given in the bracket notation with comma sign. Then first assume this whatever the terms, number of terms given in the bracket, we have to assume the another letter for these terms. That is, first term is p. You can remember as a PQ examples, PQ type examples. So this is your p, this is your q. In same way, this is your first term, that is take p equal to x minus az, q equal to second term cy minus bz. So here we get phi of, in the PQ notation, phi of PQ equal to 0. So from these three equations we have phi is a function of PQ and PQ are the functions of x, y, z. So example number 10 is same as this. So you can take as a assignment. Next is, Sorry for the inconvenience. So here next example is, if z is equal to f of xy and x is a function of uv variables, y is a function of uv variables, that is we have the chain z is a function of xy, unknown function f of xy, and xy are the functions of uv. So we can find this partial derivative of z with respect to u, partial derivative of z with respect to v by the chain rule. So this type of example again we have seen in total derivative for starting examples in the point total derivative. Again this is for your assignment. Next is, if u equal to function of rs, here r and s are the variables, and r is a function of xt and s is a function of yt, that is for completing the chain, here from the given equation we have u is a function of rs and r is a function of xt, s is a function of yt. So to complete the chain you can write as u is a function of rs and rs as the function of xyt in common. So rs are the functions of xyt. So you from this chain or applying chain rule we can find partial derivative of u with respect to x, with respect to y, with respect to t. So now here in show that we have to only find da by u by da by t. So by the chain rule da by u by da by t is first complete r chain, then complete s chain. So r chain is ur into rt plus us into st, partial derivatives notations, and find the da by u by da by t. Next example is, if phi equal to z upon x cube comma y by x. Again this is the PQ type example, that is some terms are given in the bracket notation with comma sign. Hence first assume first term as p, second term as q. So we have the notation as phi of PQ equal to 0 with p equal to z by x cube, q equal to y by x. Hence we have the chain rule as phi is a function of PQ and PQ are the functions of x, y, z. So P is a function of xz only, Q is a function of yx only, but to complete the chain rule you can write PQ are the functions of all the variables, that is x, y and z. So when we take the derivative of P with respect to y, that time the partial derivative of P with respect to y is, with respect to y xz is constant, so we get partial derivative of P with respect to y is 0. So nothing is happened or nothing is changed when we take PQ are the functions of y also. P is a function of y also and q is a function of z also, because we get the derivatives as 0. So here you can to complete the chain you can take PQ are the functions of all the variables x and x, y, z. So now from this chain or applying chain rule we can find phi x, phi y and phi z. So here apply the chain rule. So we get here first here we in show that answer there is no term phi x or phi y or phi z, but and we can't get the zx zy values from this chain. So let us see what happened when we take the partial derivative of phi or when we apply the chain rule for phi x, that is partial derivative of phi with respect to x. So phi x equal to, first complete the chain p chain plus q chain. So p chain with respect to x is phi p into px plus phi q into qx. So this is your chain. Now which values we know here? So phi x, phi means phi derivative with respect to x and phi is a function of pq only. So when with a phi derivative with respect to we have to take, that time q derivative, q is constant, and from q p is, and with respect to q p is constant. So here phi derivative with respect to x is 0 because phi is not the function of x. So here take phi x equal to 0, then phi p as it is, because there is a comma sign, so we can't find the phi derivative with respect to p. So hence phi p and phi q write as it is, and px means p derivative with respect to x, p derivative with respect to x, with respect to x this is your group. So yz is constant. So here p derivative with respect to x is here one point is very important, that while we take the p derivative with respect to x, so with respect to x we are assuming that yz are constant, but here with respect to x z, if we see the show that answer, in show that answer there exists the derivative of z with respect to x or derivative of z with respect to y, that is here z is also variable, not constant. So in this example, from the given show that answer or show that term, we conclude that, or we get the conclusion that z is also variable, and we get the derivative of z with respect to x in the notation form, that is zx and zy. So here while we take the p derivative with respect to x, that is px value, there is a z is also variable and x cube with respect to x is also variable. So here we have to apply quotient rule. So this is your quotient rule. X denominator square x raised to 6 into denominator numerator derivative with respect to x. Z derivative with respect to x is zx. So here we can't keep this z as constant, because in prove that answer there is zx term exist or zy term exist. When this derivative exists, when the z is also variable. So hence we have to assume with respect to x, we have to assume only y as constant, not z. So here z is also variable when we take the p derivative with respect to x or q derivative with respect to x. Z is also variable, we have to assume here, because the example show that term contains z derivative with respect to x and z derivative with respect to y, that is z is also here variable. So here we have to apply numerator is also variable term, denominator is also variable term with respect to x, hence use quotient rule. So this is by quotient rule. So for quotient rule, z derivative with respect to x, we have to write zx notation, zx. So minus z as it is, x cube derivative is 3x square. Then 5q as it is, qx with respect to q with respect to x. So with respect to x, y is also constant. Only y is constant, not z is constant. So here y is constant, write y as it is, multiplicative constant, and 1 by x derivative is minus 1 upon x square. And simplifying, take this 5q term on left side. So this is equal to 5p. So 5q upon 5p equal to, take this term on RHS and simplifying, this is your first term. So this phi x value, when if we have from this given example we have this chain, and from this chain we can only find the phi derivative with respect to x, and while we putting the values, left side value is 0 because phi is given in the form of pq, hence the phi derivative with respect to x is 0. Phi p phi q we can't find because this is given in the unknown notation, that is comma notation, and we get this ratio type term and which contains zx value. So when we find phi x value in while we simplified this, we get zx term when we find the phi x value. Similarly, you can find phi y. So phi y is equal to this and we get zy term when we find the phi y value. Again phi y, phi derivative with respect to y, because phi contains only pq term, hence phi derivative with respect to y is 0. Because with respect to y, pq are constant, so derivative is 0. So here we have to take phi y is 0 because phi is function of pq only. So phi p as it is, phi q as it is, py and qy. P derivative with respect to y, q derivative with respect to y. With respect to y, only x is constant, not z. There is a derivative of z is existed, that is z derivative with respect to y is zy, or z derivative with respect to x is zx. So we get these terms, and here this we have to remember, that is equation 1 is equal to equation q, because the left side is same, phi q upon phi p, phi q upon phi p. So the right side are same, so right side by simplifying we get the required term. So take as a assignment. Again, this is a PQ type example. Take as a assignment. So first term is your P, second term is Q, third term is Z. So here, this is as a assignment you can take. So given that the x raised to y equal to y raised to x, that is, this is the combination of xy equation, xy variables. Hence, this is your implicit function. And show that total derivative is equal to this term. So how to take the partial derivative or find the total derivative term? So this is your implicit function, and when implicit function contains power terms, that is x raised to y, y raised to x. So if the power terms contains in the implicit function, then don't take directly the derivative, any type of derivative, total derivative or partial derivative. First we have to simplify that form or that equation by taking log on the both sides. So log x raised to y equal to log y raised to x, that is y log x equal to x log y. And then consider the f function is equal to take all the terms on left side. So that is your implicit function. This is your implicit function. So implicit function type is xy equation on left side equal to 0. So don't take y raised to x directly on the left side and find the derivative, because it is a difficult one. So to have the easy steps while we take the derivative, if the power terms contains in the implicit function, so take the log on the both sides and first simplify that equation, take all the terms on left side, and then finalize that function as a f function. So f equal to y log x minus x log y equal to 0. So this is important one. So if we have the implicit function, then we can find the dy by dx by the implicit function formula. Dy by dx equal to minus fx upon fy. That is, find the f derivative with respect to x. With respect to x, y is constant. With respect to y, x is constant. Next example is, this type of example is your first two type of examples in total derivative point. That is, if z is an unknown function, that is f of xy equal z equal to f of xy, that is, we have z is a function of xy, and here we have given that uv are the functions of xy. Next the separate chain is uv are the function of xy, but we can't merge these two chains because we want three groups in the chain. The first group is a function of second group is a function of third group. So first, second, third, this type of chain we want for applying the chain rule. So it is confirmed that z is a function of xy, and this is an unknown function. We can't change this notation. So this is fixed, that z is a function of xy. Then you can change this uv is a function of xy. uv is the function of xy, you can change because particular terms are given in the uv equation. So here convert this equation, that is uv is a function of xy, convert in the reverse equation, that is, we want xy are the functions of uv. Then we complete the chain, that is, z is a function of xy. This is confirmed, and we have to convert as uv are the functions of xy. We have to convert in the reverse form, that is, xy are the functions of uv. How to get? So for having this chain, we want xy are the equations in the form of uv. So how to get? So this is your notation, that is, multiply this u by l and v by m and take the subtraction lu minus mv. So this is your adjustment we have to remember for finding x equal to equation and y equal to equation in the form of uv. Then we can say that once we get x is a function of uv and y is a function of uv, then we get the chain xy are the functions of uv, and we can complete the chain and apply the chain rule. So here lu minus mv, so multiply this throughout first this u equation as l. So lu equal to l square x plus lmy, and multiply this v by m. So mv equal to lmy minus m square x. And then take the subtraction, we get this. In both the equation we have L square x and minus m square x is common. So when we take the minus sign in between them, so this minus and this minus get plus. So take x common, so we get in bracket L square plus m square. L square plus m square. The lmy plus lmy and minus plus lmy and minus lmy. When we take the minus sign, simplify this in roughly. So L into u equation. So Lu is Lu equal to L square x plus lmy, and mv is lmy minus m square x. So take Lu minus mv. So this minus this. So this is L square x plus lmy minus lmy. So this plus lmy and minus lmy get cancelled, and this minus minus get plus. So we have L square plus m square into x. So you can imagine that calculation and write directly Lu minus mv equal to this, and from this x equal to Lu minus mv upon L square plus m square. So we get the x in the form of uv equation. Again, take the addition of these two. How to get? But same addition is not there. Here we have to take, in first condition, we multiply L to this u equation and m to this equation, and subtracting we get the x value. Now in reverse, multiply m to this u equation and L to this v equation, and then add we get the y value. So this is your calculative steps, take as a assignment. So we get y equal to this and x equal to this and z equal to f of xy. So this type of example we have seen in the total derivative first type of examples. We came across in the first two examples. This type of example we have studied in the starting of these examples of total derivative point. So here in previous example xy values are given directly, but here the equations are given differently. That is, two chains separately are given and we want combined chains. Hence we are finding the xy values in the form of uv. So by taking Lu minus mv or finding Lu minus mv, we get x value, and mu plus lv, we get the y value. Now from this equation at the given this equation, we can find, we have z is a function of uv. Here z is a function of xy from the first equation, and we want xy are the functions of uv, so that we complete the chain, and by the chain rule we can find z derivative with respect to u and with respect to v. That is the right side derivative terms. Left side derivative terms we can't find because z is given as a unknown function with comma sign. Hence we can't find z derivative with respect to x or with respect to y. So here z is a function of xy. Clearly we can take this chain, half chain, by using this first equation, given equation. But by the second two equations we have uv are the functions of xy. uv are the functions of xy. But we don't want this half chain, because to complete the chain, this first half chain is fixed by the first equation. So we want xy in terms of uv, and we have given that uv in terms of xy. So we have to change these two equations. So how to change? We are multiplying this L to u, that is multiplying L throughout this first equation. We get Lu equal to, then multiply to this v equation by m, so we get mv equal to, then take Lu minus mv, we have this, that is Lu minus mv is, Lu is this equation, mv is this equation, that is multiply this L to u, of course by to the right side, so L square x plus lmy, and mv means mv equal to lmy minus m square x. Now take the subtraction, we get this term and this term get cancelled, lmy minus lmy by the subtraction, and we have L square x minus minus plus m square x. So by taking x common, we get x equal to Lu minus mv upon L square plus m square. So by taking Lu minus mv, we get the value of x, and now in the reverse we can multiply. Instead of L, now multiply m to this u, we get mu equal to, and then L to this v, we get Lv equal to, and in first case we subtract, by the subtraction Lu minus mv, we get the value of x, and now add these two numbers, that is two equations, mu plus Lv, we get the value of y. So this is your assignment equation. I am just saying the hints or the main steps. So here now we have z is a function of xy and xy are the functions of uv, lm are the constants. Now we have the chain, so we find the zu and zv, then again z derivative with respect to a and z derivative with respect to v, double derivatives we want here. So this is your assignment example. So the next example is x equal to in terms of uv, y equal to in terms of uv, and we have to find ux, uy and vy, vx. But in given example, we have the chain like xy are the functions of uv. So if this chain, from the given equation we have this chain, so that we can find the derivative of the type x derivative with respect to u, with respect to v, yu and yv. But we don't ask in the given example x derivatives and y derivatives with respect to uv. We have asked in reverse u derivatives and v derivatives with respect to xy. So for that we want uv equation in terms of xy. So for that uv equation, u in terms of xy and v in terms of xy, v in terms of xy. So multiply this cos alpha to this first equation, sin alpha to this second equation. We have x cos alpha equal to y sin alpha equal to, then add these two equations, we get u equal to x cos alpha plus y sin alpha. While we solve this or by calculating some steps, we get the value of u. Similarly, in first step we multiply cos and then sin. Now in reverse, multiply sin alpha to this first equation and cos alpha to the second. In first case, or to find the value of u, we multiply cos and then sin and adding these two equations, the resultant equation. Now to find the value of v, instead of cos, multiply now sin alpha to this first equation, and in first we multiplied the sin, now we multiply cos alpha to the second equation, and in first half part we add these two equations. Now we subtract the two equations, x sin alpha minus y cos alpha. So we get the value of v, and once we get the value of u in terms of xy and v in terms of xy, we can find ux, uy and vx, vy. Here xy are the constants, so we get uv are the functions of xy. While we take the derivatives with respect to x, y is constant, alpha is of course constant here, which is the number, and with respect to y, we have to keep x as constant. So this is your assignment example. Thank you.